So that goes good.
We're about to go. The ball is held aloft. The siren is sounded. And we're underway in the elimination final here at St Albans with Clayton, the first tap for Werribee. Handball over to Shannon. Shannon over to Simmons, who's running. They've hit their mark with the first two handballs. Simmons runs to 50, goes to an open goal face, and there's a goal in the first 17 seconds to Sean Simmons of Werribee Centrals. And what a dream start for the Werribee side. One goal, Werribee Centrals. Bellpost still yet to score. Victory Trophies first quarter scoreboard. We're still only at 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, it was a good clearance, wasn't it? And that's what they've got to do. And the results, what Werribee wanted, they didn't want points, and that's the first set of clearance to Werribee.
So that was interesting. I don't know how many players. All of a sudden, there's been some mismatches in the defensive half for Werribee Centrals, and two players changed almost immediately.
Ball back in the centre of the ground. In the air, Bowyer missed the tap there, but it's come down. Hanley tries to win possession. Hammond coming off the half-back line, picks up the ball, gets a handball out, but unfortunately for Parker, he's tackled quickly by Mabry. Lying over the ball, umpire's allowed the play to go on. Wells picks up the ball, spins around, kicks the ball forward. Dyer in a contest there with Kennedy it is, and Stuart Dyer takes a mark at centre half forward, goes quickly and long towards forward line. Popovsky gets underneath the ball. Dixon now his opponent, comes back with hands over the top from Gillum. Gillum goes backwards and gets the 1-2, goes in short to Simmons again on the half forward line, on the centre wing, and he takes the mark in front of Page. Moves the ball forward towards half forward. Hammond going back to the flight, can't get there. Norton cleans up for the Werribee Centrals. This time Wells comes in and picks the ball up. The ball spills out in the contest and it's on the ground again. The umpire said, now we're going nowhere and it's time for me to take possession of the ball. So the umpire to take possession, half forward flank, Werribee Centrals into attack. Clayton in ruck with Bowyer. Ball goes up, Bowyer this time winning the ball, goes forward, but Chug runs under the ball, can't pick it up cleanly, comes through to Nathan Lewis, picks up, goes wide to Joel Page. He goes by hand backwards to Parker, gets around the tackle from Dean, takes a bounce, gets towards half forward, now goes over the top to Lewis. He's 20 yards by himself, running in towards 50 metres, kicks a long shot on goal. It's going towards goal, and that's a great answer from the Bellpost Hill coach. And Nathan Lewis has scored their first goal for the afternoon. A good bit of team play there from Bellpost Hill. They level the scores now, 1 goal apiece. And 2.5 minutes gone, first quarter.
So that's the sort of thing that Nathan Lewis can do to hurt a side, Laurie. He's a long kick, that was from outside 50, and good shepherding in the goal square.
Yeah, well, it goes back to Brendan Chugg. He mishandled the footy, spilled it out, paddled it out, and it finished up going towards Bellpost Hill, and they've resulted in a goal. So you've got to make sure when you go after that ball, you catch it and use your strength to get it forward in your own area.
So back in the middle, the ball is in the air. Bowyer again, 2 tap outs in a row, but well read by Wallace for Werribee Centrals. Comes back down the corridor, long kick into the forward half, over the head there of Furman. Welsh runs onto the footy, picks it up, thrown down without the footy. Play on to the umpire, picked up there by Handley Vincent, but he's immediately dispossessed and it's over the boundary line. 2 Handleys, Vincent number 20 and Marty number 18, so we will need to differentiate. I think they're quite different in appearance as well, but ball coming in, inside 50 for the Werribee side. Chug tried to take it out, couldn't handle it, picked up by Wells, quick kick out of the danger area. Shannon can't handle a footy. Parker, handball to Handley. That's Handley Vincent, and his kick is scrubbed along the ground. Bowyer, he runs the loping giants there, both Clayton and Bowyer, neither showing a dramatic amount of pace, but he does well, Clayton, because he smothered the kick off the boot, and it's over the boundary line between wing and half forward, outer side here at St Albans for a throw-in. 4 minutes gone, first quarter, 1 goal apiece.
Bellpost Hill have changed Fursland to this wing on Simmons already in the game, so the ball's been thrown back into play. Wells coming in from the side, wins possession, but Dean from the Werribee Central side kicks the ball forward. Running towards the ball now is Robinson it is, and he goes backwards to Kennedy. A quick kick forward, this time finds Corey Wallace. Wallace again moving the ball quickly, comes into the half forward line, but Cameron Carr wins possession, comes outside now, and Chris Morland with that distinctive hair colouring goes and takes the mark. Plays on quickly on the left foot, sees Scotty Dyer on the wing. He's 30 yards in the clear, running towards goal, has Lewis over the top if he wants to, goes long. It's a poor kick in these circumstances, goes towards the pocket, poor bounce over the top of Thwaites there, and the ball has gone out of bounds beside the boundary line or the point post, deep in attack for Bellpost Hill.
It was a poor kick, Laurie, from Dyer, as Dale called. The one went to the pocket instead of the head of the goal square, and it wasn't a very good kick off the boot.
Well, it didn't get off the boot properly. Stewie's a better kick than that, and he'll be disappointed with that.
So Belpost Hill now, opportunity. Ball's been thrown back into play. Popovsky over the back, knocks the ball forward, comes out. Ball was kicked off the ground, I think, by Gillum. It goes out towards Nathan Lewis. He picks the ball up, has a handball over the top, back towards the goal square. This is a hot spot for the Werribee side, but they're good enough to clean up there with Matt Shannon. Shannon picks up the ball, goes by hand, and good tackle there from Belpost. Still good pressure into the goal square, and Chris Morland has been over the line, unfortunately. And that's a rush behind to the Belpost Hill side. They move to 1 goal, 1. They're 7 points. They lead Werribee Central's 1 goal. 5.5 minutes gone, first quarter, Victory Trophy scoreboard.
Who was that in the goal square? Got a clean ball, went straight through his legs. It was Chris Gillum, I think. But the ball's been kicked in by Werribee Centrals. And Mark Taken, half-back flank. Come along the flank to Simmons. Used to play with Belpost Hill, of course, Sean Simmons, and now he's against his former club. He's taken the mark, half-back flank. Decides to go long towards centre wing. It's a long kick. Bowyer, brilliant one-handed mark. The other arm was held by Clayton, and Bowyer put the right arm out and cradled the ball. Long kick back from whence it's come to centre half forward for Belpost Hill. Big players, a pack of players picked up and tagged without the footy. I would have thought young Moreland there, but play on to the umpire. Now there is a free kick to Handley. Advantage played, and the ball kicked there by Parker to centre half forward. Numbers with the Belpost, the Werribee side. Free kick, Matt Shannon at centre half back for Werribee Centrals. Goes wide to centre wing, looking for Kennedy. Markey should have taken and doesn't. Now he's let Belpost Hill in because Furman picks it up. A long driving pass into the forward line, but you can't mark from behind. And the big fellow there in Lee Holiday couldn't get in front of Chris Gillum, and already showing his mark as a half-back. A little chip pass has found Shannon. 7 minutes gone, first quarter. 1-1 Belpost Hill lead Werribee Centrals. One goal.
Shannon comes back by hand to Chris Gillum, goes long to the centre. Clayton in front, has the ball knocked forward by Bowyer. Cleaned up by Wells. Goes back into attack for the Belpost Hill side. Two Belpost Werribee players mix themselves up there. Joel Page is good enough to cream the ball up. Goes back to the centre of the corridor where Parker has a shot on goal from 50 metres out. And Luke Parker kicks another goal for the Belpost Hill side. They now move to 2 goals, 1. They're 13 points. They lead Werribee Centrals 1 goal straight. 7.5 minutes gone, first quarter.
And I guess, Laurie, if the reserves was anything to go by, it was the southern end that was the scoring end predominantly, and Werribee Centrals are kicking there in this first quarter.
Yeah, well, it's a good start for the Hill, Eric. They look like they're moving the ball fairly quickly there. Simmons has started okay here for Werribee. Jason Pastuka yet to touch the footy.
About to say to you, we've been going 8 minutes, and I don't think I've called him with the ball. So in the middle, it's up again. Bowyer again getting the tap only as far as Wallace. Now for Stuka, handball to advantage, and that's Maybury. A low skimming pass into the full forward area. Welsh can't take the mark. Good defence there by Belpost Hill. Maybury back onto the football, onto that left foot, goes towards full forward. But Marinovic playing the role of a forward in reality because he led his opponent Antonello to the ball. Finds Holiday in the middle of the ground. Nice little handball to Handley. And that's Vincent. He's had a bounce, runs to the centre, kicks the ball to centre half forward. Not a good kick, but in front of the pack was Moreland. He's got Fursland, who's broken from the wing. He's on his own by yards and yards and takes the mark low down as Dale called. Beautiful pass there from young Chris Moreland. Certainly not overawed by the occasion at all. The result of all that, at the 9-minute mark, Fursland has a shot on goal from about 50. It's a lovely looking kick off the boot, that's another goal. First for the day, Travis Fursland, and Belpost still starting very, very well now. 3-1-19. They lead Werribee Central's 1 goal. 9.5 minutes gone. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, well, that was good. A great play from Chris Moreland, Eric. It was a good catch as well, and it wasn't easy. One had to stretch for it and took a nice mark. Was able to hit the spot over there as well with Thursland. Nice kick as well, and Chris has started off with 3 kicks so early in the piece, which is good for a young kid.
Worrying signs already for Werribee. They're a confident side, aren't they? If they're bad, they're bad.
That's right.
Oh,
against Jason, holding on to Jason for Stuka.
Pushed Handley into the centre circle. he was given a free kick against him. So the ball's come forward now from Werribee Central's gone to Welsh, but he can't take the mark. Shannon runs onto the ball, goes on his left around the corner looking for Antonello in the pocket. Antonello tries to keep the ball in. It's done so. Foley comes through, kicks the ball another 10 metres forward for Stuka now in the forward pocket. Has a shot on goal. It's it's gone across the front.
Nearly
So chasing for Stuka. Nearly a touch of brilliance from the man. And that's a behind there for the Werribee side. They move to 1-1. They trail Belpost Hill 3-1, 19. And we've gone 10 minutes into the first quarter. Ball's brought back into play. Comes outside 50. Holiday in possession of Mark Quine. Take it there, but Norton cleans up there. Goes by hand to Chug. Brought down by Bay on a tackle. Cameron Carr running through the pack. Picks the ball up nicely. Goes back to the centre of the ground. Moreland leads Kennedy to the ball. Swings back on his left side. Another long kick into the forward line. In best position is Dixon. Takes the mark in front of the pack. So Brad Dixon comes in, now switches the ball across the ground, finds Simmons, there it is, drives the ball towards half forward. Foley attacks the ball, can't trap it though, comes backwards to the ground there, and Kennedy pushing up the crown, has possession, shepherds the ball now for Norton. Norton the half forward line, sending the ball back towards Antonello and from Marinovic. He spoils the ball. Cameron Carr runs onto the ball. Oh, they both left at the Belpost Hill boys, picked up by Shannon, but a free kick has been given to the Werribee player in Matt Walsh, and he is now 20 metres out directly in front, and we'll have a shot on goal. Bit of indecision there from the Belpost Hill defenders. Ball had bounced high in the air and they let it go, but Matt Walsh, Les Toby has his boots on today, the kicking boots, and puts a goal on the board here for Werribee side. So Matt Walsh comes in. It's a better looking kick off the boot. He's made sure of that. He's put it 50 yards behind the post as well. So Matt Wells kicks the second goal for the Werribee side. They now move to 2-1, 13. They trail Belpost Hill 3-1, 19.
I know, Laurie, in the pre-match you indicated that Werribee notorious for kicking a number of behinds early in the game, and the games we've seen, Matt Welsh was one of the contributors.
Yeah, well, he'll be happy to get away with that. Was probably dead in front, 20 metres out. He wouldn't have wanted probably much further that, but it's nice to get off when you got the wobbles, Eric. They usually hang around for a while, and
so back in the middle.
These centre clearances are crucial.
They are, as the ball goes in there again. This time Clayton gets a tap down, but the Belpost Hill side get the advantage. It's ended up in the arms of Parker. Long skimming pass inside 50. Handballs come to Moreland. Does well on his non-preferred side. Hooks it around the body towards the goal area. And I'll tell you what, that travels some distance for a right foot kick. For a left footer, it's wandered its way through the behind post. So good kick there from Moreland. A little bit straighter, could have been a goal. 3-2-20 Belpost Hill. 2-1-13 Werribee Central's victory trophies. First quarter scoreboard. 13 minutes gone. The ball's brought in very quickly to Wallace. He handballs now across the goal area to Kennedy. Dave. He goes long to centre wing. In front there was Simmons. He was sport. The ball's come to ground for Stuka. Picks it up. Can't get away clear. And the ball is almost in the... well, there's a whistle on play. Nathan Lewis, I reckon, was at the bottom of that pack. No, it's... yes, it is Nathan Lewis. Look at the bottom of the pack, you'll find him there most of the time today. Long kick from 70 metres. It's into the goal square, but I think it's coach to coach because Chris Gillam takes the saving mark for Werribee Central's last line of defence. Goes wide. Mark dropped there by Mabry. Should have taken that one, and now they're in bother, Werribee. Although luck is a fortune because Mabry, in endeavouring to pick the footy up, the Belpost Hill boys cannoned right into the middle of his back, and the umpire has seen fit, I think it's Joel Page actually, and their opponents. So Mabry on this occasion wins the honours. Long kick from him towards centre wing, but to absolutely nobody, straight into the arms of Nathan Lewis again. No, in fact it was Handley. He's kicked it to the middle to Parker. Totally unopposed there, Parker. Run to 50, a long kick. He's hooked it a little just to the right-hand side of the big timber. And another behind. 1-1 off the boot of Luke Parker, and he's looking dangerous already. 3-3-21 Belpost Hill, 2-1-13 Werribee Central's victory trophies. First quarter scoreboard, 14 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, Werribee got to tighten up on Parker, and they're also got to tighten up on Moreland. Either tighten up or have a switch there, I think.
He's got a pretty good presence about him, that Moreland. You were right when you were speaking about him in a bit of a look-alike firm for Furman, but gee, when he got
he's had five kicks.
When he spun out of that competition before was tremendous, great poise. So again, Kennedy brings the ball in and finds Corey Wallace. deep in the back pocket there. Now he goes short again. Chris Gillen's presented up the ground, and he also takes that mark. Just short of the half-back flank, so 2 kicks, and we're still inside the 50-metre square. He now singles the ball back to Dixon, pushing up the ground. Now we're at centre half-back. He now looks to the wing side, grandstand side, you can say, and over the back, it's a big punch there from Hammond. Goes forward, Lux of Fortune, falls in the hand of Parker. Goes forward, Moreland again has an opportunity to run onto the ball, but the ball has gone over the boundary line. Back in the attacking side for Bellpost Hill, just over the half-forward line. Still got just doing 15 minutes into the first quarter. Umpire now throws the ball back into play. Over the top comes Dixon again. Hits the ball to Simmons. He finds Dean. Dean goes quickly but high, looking forward for, I think it's Clayton there coming down the ground. He doesn't quite take the ball, but he gets it off the ground. His handball's astray, but a free kick's been given here. And it's been awarded to Bellpost Hill and Popovsky. Popovsky now goes quickly to the centre of the ground. Joel Page has pushed up the ground. Still inside the centre square. Has Hammond looking wide. It's a good run from Hammond from behind. He's hit him on the chest. Hammond now crosses over 50. Has a shot on goal. And Glenn Hammond wouldn't have too many shots on goal, I wouldn't think, and he's put it out of bounds on the full.
Having played here, at least he should know where the goals are.
You would think they'd be right in the right way, wouldn't you? So Chris Gillam.
Laurie, Werribee, to my mind at the moment, not paying their opponents much respect, and that's going to hurt them.
Well, that's a good example there. I mean, if Hammond's going to run off the back, you've got to run with him, and the guy that was 20 metres behind him.
Gillam's brought the ball back into play. It's gone wide, but Casino, I think it is, has taken the mark in front of the pack. Yes, he has, and now he's been awarded 50-metre penalty for that. I didn't see.
Well,
so,
umpire signalled holding the jacket, so whether he's touched him after he's taken the mark and not allowed him to go back or whatever that case might be. But
didn't appear to be much in it, though, did
no,
they? Really?
Certainly not. No.
So they've set a standard here, the umpires now. So this has brought Casino within 15 metres of goal now, directly in front.
After kicking 11 or 12 a couple of weeks ago, should know where goals are.
He is, and I think he started back today too. So Eloise Casino has been a goal kicker. And that's no exception there. The umpire does not even move. Looks straight over his head, and a goal to the Bellpost Hill side. And Eloise Casino kicks their fourth for the afternoon. They move to 4 goals 3 now. They lead Werribee Central's 2 goals 1. 17 minutes gone, first quarter victory trophy scoreboard.
I know, Laurie, in our pre-game we were saying that Werribee Central's a confident side, need to get score on the board and go on from there. A couple of games we've seen them defeated, haven't had that score on the board and haven't gone on at all, and there are some similar signs here.
Yes, and I think they're trying to hold the game up a little bit too, Eric. When they come out of back there, it was far too slow. If they're going to come out, they've got to move it out very quickly, and that's exactly what the Hill are doing. They're going to run, and where are we going to play that game? They've got to hit their targets.
So 18 minutes into the first quarter, tap down, neither ruckman clearly get it, but it goes to Handley, and that's Marty. A kick towards half forward, Gillam overruns the footy, Dixon there to back him up for Werribee. Runs into a brick wall. Handballs, well, they've got out of it with a series of handballs, Werribee Centrals, as it comes across the ground. First mark, first kick, I think, for Jason Festuca. Decides to run. Ball doesn't bounce kindly for him. Does get a kick towards half forward. Shannon in front of our broadcast position. Didn't know where the footy went. Robinson, handball to no advantage, and Bellpost Hill with numbers, although Shannon does well. Gets a handball over to Wallace. Wallace, the handball almost nullified off the hand. Shannon picks it up. Simmons at least that was Chug. Made good position. Unfortunately, couldn't get the ball to him. And now it's gone to centre wing where Mabry on his own. Page really just got drawn into the play a little there. And Mabry sat back and has taken the mark. Beautiful kick. And he's found Corey Wallace just on the 50-metre arc. Handball quickly to Antonello. Antonello, still, instead of having a shot for goal, went for the short pass, but it's been intercepted in defence by, is it Handley?
Yes, it is.
Handley for Bellpost Hill. So they're doing very well in defence at the moment, Bellpost Hill. Little chip pass to the middle of the ground. It's Handley to Handley. He goes wide to centre wing. In front there, Fursland can't take the mark, but ball comes to ground. Robinson can't control the footy. Long handball, which is to advantage. Wallace quickly to Clayton by hand. He goes very wide. Chug is out there on his own, but the kick is too long. Page, he's playing backward of his centre wing. Loses the football toward the boundary. Chug, I think, was hoping it would go out of bounds, but surely Werribee need the opportunity here.
It's out on the full.
Well, they've got a free kick off the boot. So again, a terrible kick off the boot from Maybury, but it's fallen into the arms of Corey Wallace. 40 metres from goal, 45-degree angle. And really, Laurie, to say that Werribee Central's need a goal is probably an understatement. They're not playing well enough to get a goal.
They're just starting to move the run a little bit, though. That's a lovely kick, Corey Wallace.
So Corey Wallace, not a noted goal kicker, but it's a beautiful kick off the boot, as Laurie's indicated. And Wallace has kicked his first goal and the third for the Werribee Central side. So they stay in touch. 3-1-19. Belpost still 4-3-27. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes gone.
That was Walsh who kicked that, I think. He handballed back.
Welsh, was it?
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
I took my eye off it.
Yeah, I think Walsh come up, snuck up from behind. He handballed backwards to him.
Good call. So it's second goal for Matt Welsh. Well called up.
Yeah, so they really needed that one, though, Eric. Shannon's playing pretty well. Wallace is prepared to run, so they're trying to get some run into their game, Matt Werribee, which is good.
Ball back in the centre of the ground. This time, Bayer and Clayton go at it. Clayton wins possession, but Wells is good enough to take it now. Kicks wide, finds Nathan Lewis by himself on the wing. Don't know how he gets that much ground by himself, but he's handballed over the top. His handball misses Bayer. Unfortunately, comes now back out to Maybury for the Werribee side. He goes short by foot to the wing, and Brendan Chugg has made position. Has Foley inside, but it goes long now. Looking forward towards Hammond. And Robinson it is. Hammond does well, wins the ball on his knees, gets the handball out, feeds to Wells. Now Parker comes in to assist with him. He goes over the top to Casino by hand. Goes back to Parker. Tackled by Festuca, a good strong tackle. Now it's cleaned up now by Norton from Werribee Central. And not a good looking kick, but it's got a result because it's found Matt Shannon. Shannon goes back to the right side. Chug running down the ground, does well, plays on, gets the handball across. Welsh again, his third goal for the afternoon. So Matt Welsh, he's definitely on fire this afternoon. And Werribee Central now putting themselves right back into the contest. They now go to 4 goals 1, 25. They trail Belpost Hill 4 goals 3, 23.
And Laurie, it does appear even at this stage, Matt Welsh is the go-to man today.
Yes, I think so. And we saw him against Cry, Eric, but he was only there for 2 minutes, wasn't he? And I think they certainly missed him that day. So
confidence is a great thing, isn't it, in football?
And interesting with Belpost still starting the rotation pretty early. Harty onto the ground for Adam Wells, and if they're going to rotate all day, they'll hopefully keep pressure on.
Ball back in the centre. Tap forward by Clayton, picked up by Handley. Goes short, but only as far as Hardy, who wins possession of the ball. He goes to Parker, back to Handley again by hand. Handley now looks wider, looking for Moreland, it is, in the half-forward line. Goes past the contest there, and Nathan Lewis gets the ball. He's brought down and tackled by Dean. Advantage is now paid. Warland's got 20, 30 yards clear. Runs to 25, runs to 15. On the right side, goes straight across the goal, and Justin Tarr has picked the ball up. He's now gone by foot, but the umpire says it's gone out of bounds and a throw in. I thought Moreland on his left foot would have ran wide and give himself a bit of room. Yeah, you would have thought so, wouldn't you?
He ended up kicking it with the right foot.
Yeah.
So whether he's under pressure and not under pressure and not told.
Well, he wasn't under pressure because there was no one chasing him.
Yeah, he's plenty clear. He darted away from that contest very quickly. This boundary umpire moves very well too. I reckon he might get a game of football soon. Ball thrown back into the fray. Dixon knocks the ball forward, comes over the top. Holiday cleans up that handball there, but it misses his target in Moreland. And we have Maybury coming through the half-back line, crosses over the goal square, quicks the ball back towards the centre half-forward position. Dean's in the best position, but the ball is a creel bounce for the man who approaches the ball quickly. Goes to Parker, goes to Fursland by hand, on to Hardy, shoots on goal from 45 out, and it's hit the goal square and it's been knocked to the pocket, and it's picked up again by Maybury, and the umpire again has put the ball up for being out of bounds deep in that forward line. So Maybury doing a lot of good work deep in defence.
Yeah, 6 kicks for him.
Umpire again throwing the ball back in. It's a nice throw too, back towards the point of the square, coming through his handler. He gets the handball out. Unfortunately doesn't find a Belpost Hill teammate, and we have, I'm not too sure. Maybury again is it on the left foot, goes wide, and a free kick going to be given further down the field for mistreatment after he got rid of the ball, I think there. So the umpire's right onto that today, and the free kick will go to Kennedy. That's Dave Kennedy. He's just on the 50-metre zone in the half-forward flank. So Dave Kennedy looks down the field. Congestion of players. Goes towards centre wing. Norton in front. Over the top is Handley. In the front of the pack, Foley cleans the ball up very nicely. Goes short. Has Festuca running forward towards goal. Carr approaches him. Good bit of play there. Takes possession of the ball. Spins out of the tackle. Goes to Casina. Casina quick hands. Can't fit fine Furman, but Parker's in there to assist. Now he goes to Furman by hand. Furman on to Hardy again by hand. Hardy now goes towards centre forward. The target's Dyer, but coming across is Popowski. Gets one hand on the ball. It's good enough to handball out to Lewis. He tries to tap the ball forward now. Dean puts pressure on. Borland's there. Back to Popowski. Oh, he's tripped there, but he's no free kick. Kennedy in to support. Picked up again by Bellpost Hill. We're not going too far, but there's a lot of people having touches here. Hardy's kick smothered. Goes to Dyer. Quick kick off the left boot to the goal square.
Yes.
And Justin Tarr in the goal square. Best position. A big frame bloke has taken the mark directly in front, 10 metres out.
And all he did really, Laurie, was stand his ground and put his bulk there.
Yeah, he was in the right spot though,
Justin
wasn't he? That's
Tarr
what you've got to do on the forward line.
Goes in and kicks the goal for the Bellpost Hill side, and they probably need that to just take a little bit of pressure off themselves. They move to 5 goals 3, 33. They lead Werribee side 4 goals 1, 25.
So it's been an interesting battle of tactics, Laurie, in the first 25 minutes. We're into time on, and you really couldn't say that either side has developed an ascendancy, although Bellpost still look better.
Yeah, and not yet. Look, both sides are going hard for the footy too, so as if there's no tomorrow, and that's exactly what this game's all about, isn't it? There's nothing after today for one of the losers.
Exactly right, as the ball goes up again, Bowyer and Clayton, neither really got a clear tap away. The ball's still under a mass of players, almost still in the centre circle. Umpire puts a whistle on play, and we'll have a repeat performance as the ball goes in the air again. This time Clayton, the best of the tap forward, again doesn't get out, so the umpires put a whistle on play. As the ball went out, actually, it was kicked out clear, but we'll come back. Usually 3 times unlucky, Laurie. It'll be a free kick in this if it doesn't come out. Ball up in the air once again, still in the circle. Bowyer, tap to the back, well done, and Bellpost Hill get it out through Harty, but in the way Dean for Werribee Central's long handball to Shannon. Shannon, handball to, well, it ended up with Simmons. A nice little chip pass has found Wallace. He's run inside 50. That's a lovely looking kick off the boot from Corey Wallace. Unfortunately, the wrong side of the big timber. Maybe that's why he handballed before Dale. So Wallace are behind, when a goal would have been very handy. 4-2-26 Werribee, 5-3-33 Bellpost Hill. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 27 minutes gone. There's Cameron Carr to kick in for Bellpost Hill. Ooh, a very short kick, but he did find Handley. Handley now has Hammond out wide on half-back, unattended. Takes the mark and chips it inboard. Oh, dangerous kick, but numbers went out for Bellpost Hill as Parker picks up the crumbs, goes towards half-forward. A late goal would be very beneficial for either side here, but it's Dixon for Werribee Centrals who just kicks it fairly ordinarily off the boot toward the boundary. Got the necessary result because just in front of the interchange shed for Werribee Centrals, the ball is out of bounds and now thrown in. Bowyer, clear push in the back in the ruck contest. We saw it from here. The umpire saw it from much closer than us. So Clayton for Werribee Centrals at the 28-minute mark of the first quarter. We'll have the kick as long kick from Bowyer towards centre wing, picked up there by Shannon, picked up the crumbs. He goes towards half forward. Foley, almost a brilliant one-handed mark, but can't pick it up. Ball underneath a couple of players, and maybe fortunate not to have been pinged there for pulling the ball back in under the body, Warren Foley, but got away with it. So at the 28.5-minute mark of the first quarter, it is 4-2 Werribee, 5-3 Bellpost Hill.
Ball thrown in the half-back line. Kicked down by Hammond. Parker goes directly towards the boundary line. Umpire says yes, that's a deliberate act. And the resulting free kick goes to Robinson. So Robinson quickly moves the ball forward. Can't hit his target in Shannon, but Cameron Carr comes through. He knocks the ball back this time. We've got a football in the box here. But this time the umpire says that's okay and it's going to be thrown back into play. So ball directly in front of our broadcast centre here. Ball thrown back into play. In rucks, Bowyer's there. Come over the top of Casina. Picked up by Wallace at the back. Quick kick off the ground by Clayton. Finds Chug. He can't handle the ball quickly, but now he's picked it up. Goes back. Finds Mabry. Mabry on the right foot this time. Has Foley pushing forward. And Warren Foley has snuck into their position about 30 metres out from goal. Nearly directly in front. So
And his opponent, I think was Mick Furman, drawn into the play, was 40 metres away.
So Warren Foley has been a goal kicker for this side for some years, and a great opportunity here to kick their fifth and bring the margin back to 1 point. So Warren Foley, oh, it's a poor kick on goal. I don't think he's even scored. It's out of bounds in the full, so he'd be disappointed with that. And I think the Werribee side be also very disappointed to not kick that goal late in the first quarter. Resulting free kick here to go to Cameron Carr. So Carr in the back pocket has Handley short, but has also Hammond directly up the ground. Made 20 metres up the ground. Glenn Hammond now goes short, has Furman wide. In supports Handley. He takes the handball. Has a quick bounce. Now looks forward again. Goes short. Casina just in front of the broadcast box again. They're 25 metres out from the 50 metre zone. Goes over the top, finds Parker to Furman. He's now got Maul in the centre of the ground. It's Page in the centre of the ground. He's now picked that ball up clean. He goes back by hand to Hardy. Kicks over the top. Chance here for Bellpost Hill. Holiday over the top, but in front, a good strong mark by Kennedy. And that's Dave Kennedy in a true centre half-back position. Goes to Gillen by hand. Gillen looks wider, has Wallace working hard for him. Unfortunately, the kick doesn't hit the target. And Bellpost Hill with a chance to go back into attack. Picked up by Hardy, turns, spins, goes towards Stewie Dyer. Great mark, Stewie Dyer over the head, reaching backwards. Now kicks the ball long towards the key centre forward position. Falls in front of Proposky and Dixon. And Dixon is held without the ball and will win the free kick. So Brad Dixon to release some pressure here for Werribee Central side.
No one running.
31 minutes gone by. Goes out wide. Norton, Shannon's there. Simmons is also there. No one marks the ball. Picked up by Parker. Goes quickly around on his left foot towards the half-forward line, and the ball goes out of bounds as the siren sounds to end the first quarter here at St Albans Reserve.
So at quarter time in the elimination final, Bellpost Hill 5-3-33. Lead Werribee Central's 4-26. Goal kickers for the first quarter. For Werribee Central's 3 to Matt Welsh and 1 to Sean Simmons. All single goal kickers for Bellpost Hill. Luke Parker, Nathan Lewis, Travis Fursland, Justin Tarr and Eloise Kazina. So quarter time score here at St Albans. Bellpost Hill 5-3-33. Lead Werribee Central's 4-26 when we return.